Good evening, everyone. This is Robert. RJL Network presents another exciting edition of Inside Pitch. The 1988 final week is on the air. This has been one of the more exciting final weeks I've ever done in any season, and 1988 has been excellent. Today's date is October 1st, only 2 days left in the season. We are at Tigers Stadium for a big matchup between the New York Yankees and the Detroit Tigers. Let's take a look at the standings. We'll start with the American League West. The American League West, the Oakland Athletics have clinched the Western Division title, and they are the number 2 seed. They will stay there as the Boston Red Sox clinch the East, and they have right now the number 1 seed in the American League overall. The Kansas City Royals and Minnesota have clinched. The Twins are a half game back of Kansas City. If Kansas City wins tonight and Minnesota loses, Kansas City will host the wild card game against Minnesota on Monday. That would be the first game of the postseason. In the National League East, the Pittsburgh Pirates have clinched that division. The Mets are in second, and they clinched the number 3 seed. Montreal did clinch the number 4 seed. In the National League West, the San Francisco Giants, after a heck of a game against the Dodgers last night, but the Giants still hold a 1-game lead on the Astros. A San Francisco win tonight and an Astro loss. San Francisco will clinch the NL West. The Los Angeles Dodgers pulled it out of their ass last night, and nobody thought they would do it. But the Dodgers tonight, if they lose, they are out. As the Dodgers only played 161 games that year, and they are 79-80. Must win tonight to set up a big game tomorrow night to save their bacon. In the American League East, it's a little complicated. The New York Yankees have a half-game lead on the Tigers. The Yankees come into this game at 89-70. The Tigers at 89-71. The Yankees only played 161 games in 88. A win by the Tigers tonight, they clinch a playoff berth. They will get in. Even now, if the Tigers lose tonight, they cannot be eliminated. But the Tigers can actually still. Now, if the Tigers win tonight and Toronto and Milwaukee both lose, Detroit clinches a playoff berth. And the Yankees will have to wait one more day to clinch. It's a little complicated in the American League East. Pretty much for the Yankees, win and they're in. It's very, very simple tonight for them. A loss by the Tigers does not eliminate them, but it does set up a final day on the 10-minute ticker. John Haverly, Jeremy Brooks, Clee Baseball Fan, Chuck Rawlings, Frank Rosenk, J.T. Dutch, Doug Hunt join us here at Tigers Stadium. The Tigers historically won this game 6-5. The Tigers had 8 hits and an error. The Yankees had 11 hits and an error. Both teams are using a bit of a hodgepodge lineup, but there are some starters. Usually in a game like this, starting the 7th inning, I will bring in the main starters, depending, of course, the score and what's happening. So we got a big game here at Tiger Stadium. I know Chuck Rawlings is there, and he's got his beer, I'm pretty sure. Dwayne Martz joins us here now at Tiger Stadium. This is a huge game here. Yankees win, and they're in. Tigers win, they don't clinch automatically, but losses by Toronto and Milwaukee will put them in there. Well, after last night's unbelievable ball game, and I think last night may have just been the game of the year, but we still got the postseason to play. Who knows what'll happen? More like Diet Coke, actually. Oh, that drink is so bad. Diet Coke, worst drink on earth. Ugh. Starting pitcher for the Detroit Tigers tonight, Doyle Alexander. We've seen him before. 14 wins, 11 losses, a 4.32 ERA. He gets the call for the Cats. The Cats know what's at stake. The Yankees know what's at stake. Will the Yankees make it to the postseason? If the Yankees clinch tonight, They will be the only team that has clinched a playoff berth in every single replay I have done. They will be 7 for 7 in replays, clinching a postseason. And of course, they do have a World Series title that they won in 1981. Let's get to some baseball. Leading off for the Yankees will be left fielder Rickey Henderson, one of the greatest of all time. And the best leadoff hitter in baseball history. 305 average, 6 homers, 50 RBIs. We're going to use blue, white, and white dice. Tigers are the home team. Everybody is set and ready to go. A huge game at Tiger Stadium, and the 10-minute ticker is just as big. Let's begin the game. 4-6, wild pitch, ball 1. Alexander again, 1-1, that's a blank. Henderson, 4-3, and that's a ground out to short. And Luis Salazar will get there and make the play, 1 out. Next up will be the center fielder, Claudell Washington, a 308 average, 11 homers, 64 RBIs. Alexander will go ahead and make the pitch. Alexander, 3-3, that's a blank. Washington, 1-3, that's a base hit. He hits that one into left field. And Washington gets a single for starting the hits for the Yankees tonight. Now we'll see the first baseman, Donnie Baseball Mattingly. Should he be in the Hall of Fame? 311 average, 18 homers, 88 RBIs. Mattingly had a great year in 88. Infield, a double play depth. Washington is going to stay put. Alexander will go ahead and make the pitch. Alexander, 5-2, that is a blank. Mattingly, 6-5, and it's a fly out to right field. And Chet Lemon will turn the ball into lemonade and make the out. 2 outs, and now we'll see the right fielder, Jack Clark. He's actually in the outfield for this game. 242 average, 27 homers, 93 RBIs. So runner on first base here. Strategy, and that is a 2. Washington does get the steal sign. 14 minus 1 is 13. Heath a 0. They're going to let Clark bat. Clark's got good home run power. Alexander with the pitch. 2-2, strikeout 5, swing and a miss, struck him out. Tiger Stadium adds 1 to strikeouts and adds 2 to walks. That's the first strikeout for Alexander. He had 126 of them in 88. No runs and a hit for the Bronx Bombers, and we will go to the bottom of the first. Starting pitcher for the New York Yankees tonight is Tommy John. Should he be in the Hall of Fame? Well, Jim Cott and Tommy John have pretty much the same exact stats. And since there's a surgery named after him, you know what? Put him in. 9 wins, 8 losses, a 4.49 ERA. I would put Tommy John in the Hall of Fame only because Cott got in. Leading off for the Tigers will be the third baseman, Tom Brookins, a 243 average, 5 homers, and 38 RBIs. Bottom of the first now, no score. John with the pitch. 4-2 against the righty. That's a single past the pitcher. It's a base hit. Brookins leads off with a hit, and he will hold the first. Maybe just his arm. Yeah, right, you think? Next up will be the center fielder, Dwayne Murphy, a 250 average, 4 homers, 19 RBIs. Murphy was only in 49 games for the Tigers. But as I said, this is a bit of a hodgepodge lineup. Starters will be ready to come in at the 7th inning, or in case, of course, someone gets hurt. Strat. Nothing on the strat. Murphy, he actually does get the bunts. Does he get the bunt? Yeah, he gets the bunt sign. 250 average, bunt rating of 2. Nah, he'll stay put. John will pitch. 6-3, strikeout 2. He got him. He'll strike out Murphy for his first strikeout. John had 81 of them in 88. And next we will see Luis Salazar. Salazar is at shortstop tonight, not one of his better positions. 270 average, 12 homers, 62 RBIs. as Texag 75 and Doyle joins us here at Tigers Stadium. Strat. Nothing on the 10. Brookins stays put. John with the pitch. 6-2 against the righty. Strikeout. The 19 is high. Salazar 3-3. It's a fly ball. Hit the center. And Washington will put it away for out number 2. And now we'll see the right fielder, Chet Lemon. Is Chet Lemon maybe the most underrated player in baseball history? 264 average, 17 homers, 64 RBIs. Lemon was solid his whole career. He doesn't get the respect he deserves. Brookins on it first. Nothing on the strat. Brookins stays put. Brian B. joins us here at Tigers Stadium. John with the pitch. John, 1-4, walk plus 14, and no, that will walk him. It's a walk plus, and Brookins will trot to second, and Lemon goes to first. It's a walk plus, so yes, that is a base on balls. First walk issued by John. He had 42 of them in 88, 42 walks out of 176 innings pitched. That's not that bad. Next up for the Tigers will be the first baseman, Ray Knight, for future ex-world champion Met. 217 average, 3 homers, 33 RBIs. 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Anything on the strat? The 18 says no. John will go ahead and pitch. John, 5-5. That's a blank. Knight, 1-4. And it's a line drive to third. That'll be caught by Aguayo. And that'll retire the side. So no runs and a hit for the Tigers and a walk. No score after 1. So far, pretty much every one of these games in the final week has been, well, excellent. Got a lot of Game of the Year candidates just from this last week of the season, and we haven't even entered the postseason yet. Top of the second. Leading off for the Yankees will be their designated hitter, Ken Phelps. Phelps came over from the Seattle Mariners earlier in the year, and he is on the Yankees. 263 average, 24 homers, 54 RBIs. He will make the Yankee playoff roster if they get in. Alexander with the pitch. Alexander, 6-4. That's a blank. Phelps, 3-1, and that's a fly ball hit to right. And Chet Lemon will grab it. Next batter will be third baseman Luis Aguayo, 249 average, 6 homers, 13 RBIs. We know for sure FastScore was rigged last night. Yes, I am so sorry. Your Cincinnati Reds are going to have to wait till the next replay starting in July. Alexander, 6-6. That is a blank. Aguayo, a 3-6, and that's a grounder back to the pitcher. Alexander will handle that and toss it over. 2 outs. 2 away, and that will bring up the catcher, Bob Guerin. He's a French player, 100 average, and that's all he had. Only had 10 at-bats for the Yankees in 88, but he gets the call tonight. Alexander, 6-4, that's a blank. Guerin, 6-5, and that's a grounder back to Alexander again. A comebacker to him, he's got it, throws to first, and that's a 1-2-3 inning for the Yankees. We go to the bottom of the second. As Steeler fan now joins us here at Tigers Stadium. Bottom of the second inning. And leading off for the Tigers will be their left fielder, Larry Herndon, 224 average and 4 homers. No score. John, 5-3, strikeout 8. Yep, swing and a miss, struck them out. And that is strikeout number 2 for TJ. Here comes the Detroit designated hitter, Darrell Evans. Usually at first base, but he's the DH tonight. 208 average, 22 homers, 64 RBIs in 88. John with the pitch. John, 4-4, range play. Evans, 3-6. It's a fly ball hit to center field. Claudell Washington's range is a 4. That is a 6, and that is going to drop in, and he's going to take it on the hop, and that'll be a base hit by Evans. He'll take a single out of it. Here comes the catcher, Mike Heath. 247 average, 5 homers, 18 RBIs. Infield is at double play depth. Surratt, nothing on the 15. John will go ahead and make the pitch. John, 5-4. That's at the park. Tiger Stadium, 3-2. It's a ground ball to second base. 2-2-3. Shortstop, Velarde, pivot 0, 1-3, double play. They got it. Side retired. And that will be a 4-6-3. No runs and a hit for the Tigers. No score after 2. Yes, Darrell Evans is also a very underrated player as well. He also did not get the respect he deserved too. I definitely gotta say that with Darrell Evans. Heck of a player. We go to the top of the third. Leading off for the Yankees will be Randy Velarde. He's at shortstop tonight. 174 average, 5 homers, 12 RBIs. Velarde's at short for the Bronx Bombers. Alexander with the pitch. 1-1. That is a blank. Velarde, 3-1. That's a line out right to third. That's caught by Brookins. 1 down. A line drive, but Brookins was right there. Now we'll see second baseman Wayne Tollison. I believe it's the first time I've seen him this year. 254 average, no homers, 5 RBIs. Tollison was a September call-up for the Yankees in '88. He gets the call here at second base, and not too bad at the position. Alexander will go ahead and pitch. Alexander, 1-5, walk, 15. Yes, it's ball 4. Tollison goes ahead and gets a walk. A 14 plus 2 is a 16, and that's a 15. So Alexander does walk Tollison. He'll go to first. First walk issued by Alexander. Only 39 walks and 229 innings pitched. That's pretty darn good. Here's Henderson. Henderson is 0 for 1. Infield a double play. Tollison did have a stolen base that year. He ain't going there. Alexander will go ahead and pitch. Alexander, 4-2, range play. Henderson, 4-4. It's a fly ball to left field. That's hit to Herndon. Herndon's range is a 2. And that is a 1. He makes the catch. Nice play by Herndon. 2 outs. Herndon got a very good jump on the ball, and he just snares it on a running catch inside, 2 down. And now Washington has got a base hit his first time up. Anything on Strat? The 4 says no. Tollison stays where he is. Alexander will pitch to Washington. Tollison on it first. Alexander, 1-4 against the lefty. That is a blank. Washington, 5-1. And against the righty, that's a fly ball to center field. And Dwayne Murphy will get to it and put it away and retire the side. Nothing across except a walk. We go to the bottom of the third. No score here at Tiger Stadium. A must-win game for both teams, but if the Yankees win tonight, they clinch a playoff spot. They will be in for the seventh straight replay. The Yankees are the only team, if they win tonight, the only team that has gotten a playoff spot in every single replay I've done. Bottom of the third. Leading off for the Tigers will be second baseman Jim Whalewander. You got to love that baseball name. 211 average and 6 RBIs in '88. Baseball with the Demos joins us here at Tiger Stadium. And we all know, of course, pretty sure he will reveal what season he will be doing for his game of the week for NBC, as we get done with my game. John with the pitch. 6-5, that is a blank. Whalewander, 4-1, and that's a base hit. He slaps it past third, and Whalewander will get to first. So we'll lead off single for the Tigers. Next batter is Brookins. He's 1 for 1. Whalewander had 11 steals. And infield double play, nothing on the 16. Whale Wander on it first. Tommy John will make the pitch. John, 3-4. That is a blank. Brookins, 1-1. Fly ball hit to right. And Clark will go ahead and make it for out number 1. Murphy is next. He's 0 for 1. Anything on the strat? Nope. Whale Wander will stay where he is. He'll be followed by game 2 of the Houston-Cleveland series. There we go. TJ with the pitch. 4-6. Strikeout 1. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Murphy goes down on strikes again. And that's the 3rd strikeout for Tommy John. 2 down. Next up is Salazar. Salazar is 0 for 1. Whale Wander. And he'll stay where he is. John with the pitch. 1-5. Home run chance. Righty. 1-13. The 20 is too high. Salazar, 4-6. And he just grounds it to 3rd. That'll be picked up by Aguayo. The throw will go to 2nd to get Whale Wander. And that retires the side. No runs and a hit. The Tigers have gotten a hit in every inning so far. But no runs to show for it. No score after 3. A very big 10-minute ticker, of course, coming up after tonight's game. And depending on what the ticker is for after tonight, we'll see what game we're going to do for closing day, which is tomorrow night, of course. We go to the top of the 4th. There's the kid starting at 3rd base for the Mets. Escobar, I think, is going to start at 3rd, not Brett Beatty. I would rather have Escobar right there still. Donnie Baseball leads off for the Yankees. Mattingly is 0 for 1. As we go to the top of the 4th inning, let's hope you didn't show up to the Dodgers' 1988 funeral. Did you watch last night's game, JT? Wow. Alexander with the pitch. Alexander, 6-2. Hit by pitch. 1. Yes, he hit Mattingly. Plunk. Ouch. He hits Mattingly. Mattingly is a 3. -2 is a 1. And he did hit him. So that is the first hit batter of the game. And Mattingly will go to 1st. Yes, that was a heck of a game last night. I can't believe the dice went that way. Here's Clark. Clark is 0 for 1. Infield double play. And Mattingly will stay put. Alexander with the pitch. 5-2. That is a blank. Clark, 3-2. Base hit. That's a single past second base. And Mattingly is going to hold at 2nd. As he is not really that fast, and he'll hold at 2nd base. So now the Yankees are in business. And the next batter is Phelps. Phelps is 0 for 1. Game of the season, got a very good chance of being it. But remember, we don't choose the game of the year until the season review and reveal show. Remember, we still got the postseason to play. Mike Eisenberg joins us here at Tigers Stadium. Strat. Nothing on the 18. Mattingly on it 2nd. Clark on it 1st. Alexander with the pitch. 3-5. Possible error. Phelps. 2-4. It's a fly ball to left field. That ball is hit to Herndon. Herndon's error rating is a 0. He'll make the catch, and that's out number 1. And Mattingly will automatically stay at 2nd. And 1 out. Here's Aguayo. He's 0 for 1. Strategy. Nothing on the 14. Alexander goes ahead and pitches to Aguayo. Alexander, 3-1. Error on a grounder. Aguayo, 6-3. That's a fly out to right. Getting over there is going to be Lemon. And that is out number 2. Mattingly, a base runner 2. Hit to right field, -1. Lemon is a +1. A 1 or a 2, Mattingly takes 3rd. And he does. Was deep enough, and Mattingly went ahead and got to 3rd base. That's not a bad idea, as you have a wild pitch. Anything can happen. So now 2 away. And the next batter is Guerin. Guerin is 0 for 1. Runners at the corners, 2 outs. That thing on the 12. Alexander will go ahead and pitch. Alexander, 1-6. That's a pitcher result. And against the righty, that's a 3. And that's going to be a base hit right past the pitcher. That's going to be a single. Mattingly will come in and score. Clark, he will hold at second base, even with a base runner 3 with 2 outs. And Garrett hits it right back up the middle. It's 1-0 Yankees. Bob Guerin comes in with an RBI. He didn't have any in that year, but he gets one here. So that is a single by Bob Guerin. He didn't have any RBIs in 88, but he gets one tonight as he hit that right past Alexander, and that was all Alexander's fault. And now the batter is Velarde, and he's 0 for 1. Now 1-0 Yankees. That was a strat like off the pitcher single. Pretty much, yep. Alexander will go ahead, prepare to pitch. Strategy, nothing on the 11. Alexander, now it's a 1-0 lead for the Bombers. Alexander, 5-1 against the righty. Strikeout 9, swing and a miss, struck him out. And that retires the side. And that is strikeout number 2 for Alexander. 1 run on 2 hits and a hit batter. And we go to the bottom of the 4th. Yankees leading 1-0 here. A Yankee win, and they clinch a playoff berth. And if Toronto and Milwaukee both lose, the Yankees do clinch the 3rd seed, which means they would be playing the Oakland Athletics because the Athletics have already clinched the American League West. But we still got a big 10-minute ticker before we decide what happens. Bottom of the 4th, and Chet Lemon leads off for the Big D. He walked his first time up. John will go ahead and pitch. John, 2-5, hit by pitch. That 17 is high. Lemon, a 3-1, and that's a ground ball to second base. And Tollison tosses it over. 1 out for Knight. Knight is 0 for 1. TJ sets up with the pitch. Tommy John, 4-5. That is a blank. Knight, 1-3, and that's a ground ball to second base. Ground ball to short. Velarde will go ahead and take care of that one and toss it over. 2 down. 2 outs for Herndon. Herndon is 0 for 1. John will go ahead and deal it, and that's a 6-1. That is a blank. Herndon, 5-3, and that's a ground ball to third base this time, and that is hit to Aguayo. He'll handle it, toss it over, and retire the side. So grounders to second, short, and third. 1, 2, 3 go the Tigers. 1-0 Yankees after 4. Even though last night's game had a final score of 9-8, most of these games actually played this week in the final week were low-scoring matchups. Not many games where more than 10 runs were scored combined. We go to the top of the 5th. Leading off for the Yankees will be Wayne Tollison. He walked his first time up. 1-0 in favor of the Yanks. Alexander, 4-5. That's at the park. Tiger Stadium, 2-5, and that's a fly out to right. Lemon will move over a little bit. He'll get the catch near the line. Henderson is next. He's 0 for 2. Kind of rare that Henderson has an 0 for start to the game. Alexander, 4-6. Wild pitch, ball 1. 1-2. That's at the park. Tiger Stadium, 2-3. And that's a grounder to second base. And Whale Wander will handle that and toss it over. 2 down. Henderson off to an 0 for start. Here's Washington. Washington is 1 for 2. Alexander goes ahead and he will deal. Alexander 4-1. Error on a throw. Washington 1-2. That's going to be a single into right field. That'll be a base hit. There won't be a throwing error as there's nobody on base, so Washington will get his second hit of the game. And a chance now for Donnie Baseball, and he got hit by a pitch his last time up. Washington with 15 stolen bases, and he's not going anywhere. Alexander will go ahead and deal to Mattingly. Alexander, 1-6. That's a pitcher result, and that 3 against the righty is a base hit right past the pitcher. That'll be a single. Washington's got the speed. He'll make third. Mattingly to first, and the Yankees are not done yet in the inning. A hit by Mattingly. And now a chance for Jack Clark. Clark is 1 for 2. Alexander got to be very careful with him. He pitches him a meatball. That's going to be lasagna. Strat. Nothing on the 12. Washington and Mattingly stay put. Alexander looking in at Clark. Fans here at Tiger Stadium hoping for a good pitch. 3-2. Strikeout 19. No, that's just going to miss. Clark. 2-1, and it's a ground ball to short. Salazar is up with it. He'll throw to second to get Donnie Baseball, and that'll end the inning. No runs, 2 hits for the Yankees. Strand a couple, and we go to the bottom of the 5th. For the Yankees, very simple, win and they're in. For the Tigers, a win and a loss by Toronto and Milwaukee as well, and they will clinch a playoff spot. Maybe not third yet, because we still have one more night to go. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Darrell Evans leads off for the Cats. He's 1 for 1. Rapidly moving ball game so far. John, 4-3, possible error. Evans, 6-2, and that's not going to be an error. That's a slow hit ball to short, picked up by Velarde. Evans is as slow as mud. His base running rating is a 1. The throw to first, and they get him easily, 1 out. So that'll be a ground out to short instead. No error there. And now the batter is Heath. Heath is 0 for 1. A nice play by Velarde to throw him out. John with the pitch. John 3-1, range play. Heath. 1-1. That's a ground ball to third. Ball is hit to Aguayo. His range is a 2. That is a 2. Nice play by Aguayo. And he'll get up and throw him out at first, 2 down. Yankees flashing a little leather right now in the field. And here comes Whale Wander. Wander's 1 for 1 with a base hit. Brian Patterson joins us here at Tiger Stadium. Evans is almost as slow as Floyd Rayford. Well, he's your favorite player there, baseball, Dave. I thought you were going to do a Floyd Rayford replay. A replay based on Floyd Rayford. I know you love him. John, 4-4, range play. Whale Wander, 1-3, ground ball to first. The ball is hit to Mattingly. His range is a 3. And he's got it. He'll get it. John will come over. Mattingly throws it to John to retire the side. Some nice defense out there on the field. 2 range plays and a throw him out at first base. 1-0 still after 5. I'll do a Rayford replay as soon as you do a Harold Baines replay. Well, I will not do a Harold Baines replay until Steeler Fan does a Bill Swift replay. I know Steeler Fan is dying to do a Bill Swift replay. I know he is. I know Steeler Fan definitely wants to do a Bill Swift replay, and he wants to do it when the Swift is pitching for the Giants against his Astros. I know he can't wait to do a Bill Swift replay. We go to the top of the 6th. Leading off for the Yankees will be Ken Phelps, and he is 0 for 2. 6th inning here, 1-0. Another pitcher's duel here in this final week. You think I should do a Mike Scioscia replay? I don't know about that. Alexander, 6-2, hit by pitch, 3, not this time. Phelps, 6-6, and that's a fly out to center field. Murphy, he'll come in a little bit and get it for the first out. Here's Aguayo. Aguayo is 0 for 2. Alexander, have Swift pitch to Baines or Rayford catching. There you go. Alexander with the pitch. 2-4, strikeout 11, swing and a miss, struck him out. And And that is strikeout number 3 for Doyle, 2 down. Here's Guerin, and he's actually 1 for 2 tonight, and the only RBI for the Yankees in this game. Alexander will go ahead and pitch. Alexander 1-1, that's a blank. Guerin 2-5, and that's a ground out to third base. And Brookins will handle that one, toss it over. And that's a nice 1-2-3 inning for Alexander. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Another pitcher's duel. Dang. We've had some. This final week may have been the best final week I've ever done so far out of any of the seasons. We've had a lot of close games and a lot of games that just can't believe how they went. Tom Brookins leads off for Detroit. He's 1 for 2. TJ, and he can pitch. He's got 24 batters. He's still pretty strong. We'll see how we go. John with the pitch. John, 6-3, strikeout 9. He got him, struck him out. Man, Tommy John is doing it tonight, and that's his 4th K. Here comes Murphy. Murphy is 0 for 2. He struck out twice. John will go ahead and deal. John, 4-6, strikeout 20. Not that time. Murphy, 4-3, and it's a single into left field. That's a base hit. And Murphy gets his first hit of the game. And now the batter is Salazar. Salazar is 0 for 2. Infield at double play depth. I'll actually be honest, a lot of the games at the start of the season, before the All-Star break, we had a lot of high-scoring games. After the All-Star break, the scoring got a lot lower. I have to look at the reviews when we do the season review and reveal show after the end of the World Series. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 11. Murphy stays put. John with the pitch. John, 5-3, error on a throw. Salazar, 4-6, and that's a ground ball to third. It's a grounder to third. We'll see what we got here. 2-2-3. Second base pivot. Tollison is a 0. Now we'll go to third base. The third baseman is Aguayo, and his error rating is a 15. That's a 2, and he's going to make a throwing error. Now the question is, where did the ball go? So a 1-3. So we already know there's an error on a throw by Aguayo. Question is, where did it go? A 1-3. It would have been a double play. That is a 2. So the ball goes to second base, and that is Tollison. Tollison's range is a 3, and he prevents the ball from getting past him. So that's going to be a throwing error, but everyone will be safe. Error on a throw. That is an E5 on Aguayo. And the runners will move up. And that is the first error on the Yankees. They did have an error in the game historically. So Luis Aguayo throws it wide, but second baseman Tollison prevents it from going past him. But that now gives a big chance here for Lemon. Lemon is 0 for 1 with a walk. And now the fans here at Tiger Stadium know that Detroit has a very good chance to get some runs. Strat, nothing on the 19. John will go ahead and pitch to Lemon. John, 4-5. That is a blank. Lemon, 5-3. It's a fly ball to right field. Clark is going to get to it. He'll make the catch for out number 2. Murphy, base runner 2. Let's see. Clark, 0 pivot and a -1 to right. Murphy can take third base on a 1. It is a 2, and he'll stay where he is, 2 down. So Lemon flies out to right. Now can Knight do it? Knight is 0 for 2. Fans here at Tiger Stadium hoping for a hit. Yankees have a slim 1-0 lead. John will go ahead. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 16. John will pitch. John, 2-2 against the righty. Strikeout 1. Swing and a miss. Strikeout. The inning is over. Strikeout number 5 for John. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 error. But the Tigers are unable to get anything going. And after 6, it's still 1-0 in favor of the Bronx Bombers. We go to the top of the 7th. Starters are now available. So now we can now start seeing starters here going on here. Doyle Alexander, he can pitch to 4 more batters before he tires. Shortstop Randy Velarde is due to lead off, but he is going to come out of the game, I think. Yeah, he will. So Velarde coming out, and coming on to pinch hit and take over at short will be Rafael Santana. 240 average, 4 homers, 38 RBIs, as the Yankees are going to be the first to go ahead and get some starters in there now. Santana a little better with a little better at errors and a better pivot rating. So Rafael Santana will now go up against Alexander. Top of the 7th, 1-0. Alexander, 2-3. Home run chance. Righty, 1-6. The 11 is high. Santana, 4-5. That's a base hit to left. Santana comes off the bench, and it's a single to left field. Leadoff single. Now the batter is Tollison. Tollison is 0 for 1. Will he be pinch hit for? Let me see here. And the answer is no. Tollison's going to stay in with a 254 average. Infield, a double play depth. Nothing on the strat. Santana, nope. He'll stay at first. Alexander will go ahead and pitch. Alexander, 2-1. Range play at the park. Tiger Stadium, 4-1. It's a ground ball to short. The ball is hit to Salazar. His range is a 2, but a double play depth. His range is a 1. That is, and he makes the play. What a play by Salazar. 1-0-1. Second base pivot, well one to a 0. The only way they can get a double play is on a 1. That's a 5. So he throws out Santana, but Tollison is safe at first. 1 out. What a play by Luis Salazar as he channels his inner Greg Luzinski to help him out. And he goes ahead and gets a big out right there. That's 1 down. And that is a fielder's choice. Now the batter is Henderson, and no, we're not pinch hitting for Ricky Henderson. Tollison on at first. Strat. That is a 5. He'll stay put. Alexander will go ahead and pitch. Alexander, 2-4. Strikeout 9. That is high. Henderson, 6-6. And he hits one to right field. That is a 2. And that's going to be a base hit. It'll be a single. Tollison, a base runner, 2. Single to right, +3. Tollison, a 1-5 to get to third. And he does. As Lemon does not have a good arm out there, and Tollison will go to third base. So now a big run at third. And now the batter is Washington. Washington is 2 for 3. He's got 2 singles. Question is, and yes, they'll let Alexander pitch. He will be tired after Washington. And they're going to call the infield in. Runners at the corners, 1 out, top of the 7th, 1-0 Yankees. Strat. That is a 2. Henderson gets the steal sign. 18 minus 1 is 17. Heath a 0. And yes, you're going ahead and sending him. Tollison stays at third. So a 1 to 17. Henderson is safe. And he gets under the tag. Stolen base for Henderson. So Henderson steals a base. Now runners at second and third. That does take away a double play chance, really, but they're still going to have runners at second and third. So Washington there now. Now will strategy roll again, and that's a 14. Henderson had 93 stolen bases. All he had was Grand Larson. Yeah, you would think Heath wouldn't even make a throw on that. I'm pretty sure he wouldn't. But that was a 13. He was quick. Henderson just got under the tag. Alexander will pitch to Washington. Alexander, 6-4. That is a blank. Washington, 2-5. Base hit. Pass first. That's a single. Tollison comes in to score. Henderson, base runner 4. Absolutely. Pass first. No problem. He will come in to score. Washington at first. 3-0 Yankees. Stadium groans. RBI single by Washington. And now it is 3-0 in favor of the Yanks. The batter now is Donnie Baseball, and that's going to be it for Alexander. He is done, but he actually pitched a pretty good game. So the Tigers will bring on a new pitcher here. And let's see what they're going to have here. Got a lefty. I think you're going to bring out a right-hander here. So let's see. Hernandez? Hernandez is the closer. I don't think you'd bring him out right yet. But actually, no. Maybe you did bring in Hernandez. You know what? JT Dutch says Hernandez will go. Coming on to pitch for the Tigers will be Willie Hernandez. 6 wins, 5 losses, 10 saves, a 3.06 ERA. Hernandez will come in to pitch. He'll be the second Detroit pitcher. 3-0 in favor of the Yankees. Once, twice, 3 times rigged. Infield now with double play depth. But now it's a 3-0 Yankee lead. Hernandez, strategy rolls are still on. And that's a 5. Washington stays put. Hernandez with the pitch. Hernandez, 6'4", strikeout 2. He got Mattingly. Struck him out. Mattingly didn't strike out much, but he does there. 2 down. As he barely gets Mattingly. And now the very dangerous Clark. Clark is 1 for 3. And now I don't know if you have Hernandez against Clark, but I actually kind of use the 3-batter rule, believe it or not, even though you don't have to. Hernandez will go ahead and pitch to Clark here. Top of the 7th, 3-0. Strategy. That is a 2. Washington stays put. Hernandez with the pitch. Hernandez, 1-6. Error on a grounder. Clark, 4-3. That ball is hit to right field. That is a 17. And against the lefty, that's going to be too high. It'll be a fly ball to right. Getting under there will be Lemon, and he'll make the catch. 2 runs on 3 hits, a stolen base. And the Yankees now lead it 3-0 here in this big game at Tiger Stadium. We are at the 7th inning stretch. Sing, take me out to the ball game. I will be right back. Don't forget, we have a gigantic 10-minute ticker coming up after tonight's game. And, of course, we'll decide our next game after the ticker. And we'll see which game we're going to play tomorrow night for closing day. Yes, people, the 1988 regular season is coming to an end. The postseason is about to begin. One of these days you want to hear me sing Take Me Out to the Ball Game. I can do it. I can sing pretty well, actually. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Yankees lead 3-0. Tommy John can pitch to one more batter before he tires. But now the Tigers can start bringing in some batters. Larry Herndon is the leadoff batter, but let's see if we're going to see a pinch hitter for him. And we will. Yes, we will. Larry Herndon coming out of the game. And coming on to pinch hit for the Tigers will be Pat Sheridan. 254 average, 11 homers, 47 RBIs. He will take over in left field. He's actually much better at the position. And the arm is the same, though, so I don't have to change the card. So now Pat Sheridan will now come in left field for the Tigers. John is going to pitch. This is 1988, not 20. This is 1988, not 2023. John with the pitch. 5-4. That's at the park. Tigers Stadium. 2-6. And it's a home run to the pull side. Against the lefty, Sheridan needs an 11. That is a 12. He's going to miss it. And instead, that's going to be a fly ball to right field. Clark is going to have room. He'll make the catch. 1 out. Sheridan misses it by 1. A home run to the pull side. And Sheridan just missed it. Next up will be Evans. He's the designated hitter. We'll probably see a pinch hitter for him. And let's see what we're going to do here for Evans. We'll see a pinch hitter for him, yes. And let's see what we want here. And I can't bring him in yet. It's way too early for him. So we will go with, and who will take over at DH too? That's going to be, I think we're going to have Fred Lynn. Darrell Evans is going to come out of the game, and coming on to pinch hit for the Tigers will be Fred Lynn. 246 average, 25 homers, 56 RBIs. Lynn will now be the DH. Fred Lynn was on the Baltimore Orioles early in 1988, came over to the Tigers pretty late. John will go ahead and pitch to Lynn. Lynn will make the playoff roster, though, if the Tigers get in. John, 1-3. That is a blank. John is tired, by the way. Lynn, 4-1, and he hits one to left field. That is a 13, and against the lefty, Lynn will get a double. So bringing in Fred Lynn, he'll wind up at second base as he comes in to pinch hit. And Lynn winds up with a double off of John. He'll go to second. Batter now is Heath. And he will They're going to pull him. Yeah, they're going to pull him. Heath is going to come out of the game, and coming on to pinch hit for Heath and take over at catcher will be Matt Noakes. 251 average, 16 homers, 53 RBIs. So Noakes will now take over at catcher, and almost not as good at range, but a 3.39 and a -1. So Matt Noakes will now come against Tommy John, and the question is John going to pitch? John is tired, and let's see, is he going to pitch? Lefty on lefty? You know what? Yeah, I think he does. John's going to go ahead and pitch here. There is 1 out, by the way. John will go ahead and pitch. Fans here at Tiger Stadium hoping that Noakes can get something going on. TJ will pitch. Strategy rolls are still active. Nothing on the 13. John, 6-4. That's at the park. Tiger Stadium, 2-2. And that is a ground ball to second base. Tollison will get it, throw to first for out number 2. Lynn moves to third. So a ground out to second. Batter now is Whale Wander. We'll probably see a pinch hitter for him as well, if I have one. And I actually do. But in the 7th inning, I really don't like bringing in ringers. Do I have anybody? Nope. Nope. You got to do what you got to do here. Whale Wander coming out of the game. And coming on to pinch hit for the Tigers will be Torey Lovullo. 381 average, a homer and 2 RBIs. And he'll take over at second as well. So Lovullo will now come over and pinch hit. Not as good at the position, though. 3-0-0. But now Torey Lovullo will pinch hit for the Tigers. This is actually, in a game like this, I guess it really doesn't matter who I bring in if I bend my rules a bit. So Lynn on at third, John on the mound, and John is going to, he's gonna pitch to him. It doesn't matter. Lovullo had 1 home run in the season of '88. He was only in for 12 games. But Torey Lovullo is a bit of a ringer, but let's see if the Tigers can use him. John sets up, strategy roll. That's a 4, nothing happening. Lavello. Thank you there, JT Dutch. John will go ahead and pitch. John, 3-4. That's a blank. Lavello, 3-4. And it's a ground ball to second base. Picked up there by Tolleson. He goes it, throws to first. Side retired. No runs and a hit. Tommy John pitching like a Hall of Famer he usually should be. And that retires his side. A big chance for the Tigers to get some runs goes by the board. 3-0 after 7. We go to the top of the 8th. Leading off for the Yankees will be Ken Phelps. Phelps is 0 for 3. Hernandez, he can pitch to 3 more batters before he tires. He'll pitch. Hernandez will go up against Phelps here. Top of the 8th, 3-0 Yankees. Hernandez, 2-6 against the lefty. Blank. Phelps, 5-6. And that's a ground ball hit to third. And it will be Brookins getting to that one. And that is out number 1. Hey, Torrey, Arizona called. They want their manager back. Next batter is Aguayo. And Aguayo's at third base. Let's see if the Yankees going to make any moves. And actually, I don't think so. I think he's going to stay in there. And, yeah, he will. He will. Aguayo will stay out there. He's 0 for 3. 1 out. Hernandez, a 6-3 strikeout 3. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Big K there by Willie H. And now the batter is Bob Guerin, but we'll see a pinch hitter for him definitely as he's done. And so Guerin coming out and coming on to pinch hit and take over at catcher for the Yankees will be Don Slaught. 283 average, 9 homers, 43 RBI. So Slaught will now come in and pinch hit and take over at the position. So timeout for substitution. 2, 3, 14 plus 1. 2, 3, 14 plus 1. Okay. So here comes Don Slaught against Hernandez. 2 outs. Top of the 8th. Yankees lead 3-0. Hernandez, 1-4 against the righty. Strikeout 3. Swing and a miss. Strikeout. The inning is over. Nice job by Hernandez. And 1, 2, 3 go the Yankees. He's now tired. But we're going to go to the bottom of the 8th. Tom Brookins leads off for Detroit. He is their main third baseman. He will lead it off. Tommy John is done. He is pitching a shutout, but that's going to be it for him. He's tired. The Yankees know they win this game. They're in the postseason. We'll see a new pitcher for the Yankees. Let's see, right, left, right. And let's see, coming on to pitch for the Yankees. Someone mentioned Cecilio Guante, but I would like to let you know he is not on the roster for this game. I think he was probably hurt. Well, let's see. Do I have a righty to use here? I do, but I can use him. Coming on to pitch for the Yankees will be Neil Allen. 5 wins, 3 losses, no saves, a 3.84 ERA. Allen will be the second New York pitcher. Allen will pitch to Brookins here, bottom of the 8th inning. Former Met, yep. Allen will go ahead and pitch. Allen, 6-4. Against the righty, it's an out. And it's going to be a grounder to second base, taken care of by Tolleson. And that is out number 1. Yankee pitching is doing a heck of a job tonight. Next batter is Murphy, and he's in center field. And I think, let's see, is he going to bat? Yeah, he is going to bat. Murphy will bat. Well, wait a minute. 49 games. Give me 1 second. I mean, I got Pettis, but Murphy's the better hitter. Yeah, he'll bat. Murphy will go ahead and bat here. He's 1 for 3. You mean Hall of Very Good Hernandez. No, Hall of Fame Keith Hernandez, who should be in there. Allen will go ahead and pitch. Allen, 2-6 against the lefty. That's a blank. Murphy, 1-1. Fly ball to left. Henderson will come under it and get it 2 down. 2 men down here is Salazar. But we're going to see a pinch hitter for him as Salazar is going to come out of the game. And coming on to take over at shortstop and pinch hit will be, of course, Alan Trammell. 311 average, 15 homers, 69 RBIs. Trammell will take over at short. And he is the better shortstop. He is a Hall of Famer, yes, but he really should have went. But Whitaker should have went in with him. Because Trammell's not a Hall of Famer without Lou Whitaker. Allen will pitch at Trammell here. 2 outs, bottom of the 8th. Allen will go ahead and pitch. Allen, 5-6, strikeout 2. He got him, swing and a miss, strikeout. And the inning is over. What a job by the Yankee hurlers tonight. 1, 2, 3 go the Tigers. The Yankees are 3 outs away from clinching the playoffs. Again. A loss by the Tigers tonight does not eliminate them. They still have a ticker tomorrow no matter what happens tonight. Guanti was traded to Texas, that's right. He was traded to Texas late in the season. And I believe, and I'm not 100% sure, I think it was for Dale Mahorchik. I think it was for Dale Mahorchik, I believe. Because Mahorchik was on the Rangers. We go to the top of the 9th, 3-0. And leading off for the Yankees will be Rafael Santana. And he's 1 for 1 with a base hit. Hernandez is done. The Tigers will go to the bench. And let's see what they're going to do here. See who the Tigers are going to bring out. They got right, switch, and right. They're going to go with a righty, and I think they'll go with, do they bring in Henneman for this? Or do you go with 3-0? Baseball Demo says Henneman, and I'll go with them. Coming on to pitch for the Tigers will be their closer, Mike Henneman. 9 wins, 6 losses, 22 saves, a 1.87 ERA. Henneman had an excellent season. There's nothing wrong with those stats at all. So Henneman will pitch to Santana, top of the 9th, 3-0. Henneman will go ahead and Henneman will pitch. Henneman, 4-4, strikeout 16. That is high. Santana, 3-2. It's a ground ball to third. Brookins will take care of it. 1 out. Next up is Tollison. Tollison will bat, and he is 0 for 2 with a walk. Henneman looking in right there, and here comes the pitch. Henneman, 6-1, against the switch left, walk, 8. That's ball 4. He goes ahead and walks Tollison, and Tollison draws his second walk of the game. And that brings up Henderson. Henderson is 1 for 4. Very dangerous Henderson. 1 out here, top of the 9th, 3-0 Yankees, infield double play. No strat. Henneman with the pitch. Henneman, 6-5. Home run chance. Righty, 1-9. 17 is high. Henderson, 6-2. He hits one to center field. That is a 14, and against the righty, that's going to be too high. That's going to be a fly ball to center. Murphy's going to go back to the track, and he's going to make the catch. 2 down. Henderson just missed the triple by about 6 feet. And that's 2 away. Henneman's got to do better than that. He almost pitched Henderson a meatball. And now here's Washington. Washington having a great night. He's 3 for 4, 3 singles tonight. And 2 outs. Fans here at Tiger Stadium hoping Henneman can make a good pitch. Henneman, 2-4, strikeout 13, and he just missed it. Washington, 5-5, he hits one to right field. That is a 10, and against the righty, Washington will come through, and that's going to be a double to right. Tolleson, base runner 3 with 2 outs. Double to right is a 0. A 1-3. Tolleson will score. He does not. He holds a third. The right fielder, Lemon, went ahead and threw that ball as hard as he could, and they hold Tolleson at third base. But that gives the Yankees another chance. But what a day for Claudell Washington, now 4 for 5. And now you got a chance for Donnie Baseball. Mattingly is 1 for 3. Single and got hit by a pitch. Fans here, what are they going to do with Mattingly? No, you don't walk him. You don't pitch to Clark. Brian B says walk him. Baseball Demo says walk him. All right, fine, I'll walk him. We walk Don Mattingly intentionally, and now the bases are loaded for this guy. Clark is 1 for 4. 2 outs. Tolleson at third, Washington at second, Mattingly on at first. The chat wanted me to walk him. Said, okay. Henneman will go ahead and pitch to Clark with 2 outs. Strategy rolls are off. Henneman sets up. Henneman is not tired yet, but he will be after Clark. Henneman with the pitch. 4-4. Strikeout 9. Swing and a miss. Strikeout. And the inning is over. He got Clark. And the chat comes through correctly. No runs, 1 hit, and 2 walks. As Henneman keeps it where it is. But will we see some 9th inning magic? We have seen lots of 9th inning magic this season, and a lot of magic throughout this final week. Coming on to pitch for the Yankees, of course, is the man, the legend, and that is Rags. Dave Righetti, 5 wins, 4 losses, 25 saves, a 3.52 ERA. Rags coming into close. Chet Lemon leading off, and he will bat. He is in right field. They're going to let him bat. So Righetti will go up against Lemon here in the bottom of the 9th inning. 3-0 Yankees. Righetti sets up, and here's the pitch. Righetti, 1-6, strikeout 6. Swing it. Nope, that's a called strike 3 on Lemon. Struck him out. Lemon should have swung at that one. A beautiful curve. It's a 6 plus 1 is a 7. That is a 6. And he got Lemon 1 out. 1 down, the batter is Knight, but we'll see a pinch hitter for him as Knight coming out of the game and coming on to pinch hit and take over at first base if the game goes any further is Dave Bergman. 294 average, 5 homers, 35 RBIs. Bergman will go up against Righetti. 1 out, 3-0. Righetti will set up with the pitch. Righetti, 4-1, against the lefty, home run result, against the lefty, Bergman needs a 6. The 10 is too high. Bergman, 1-2, but he does get a base hit to center field, and the Tigers will have the tying run on deck. So Bergman comes through with a hit, does not get a homer, although the homer may not have really helped as much. The batter now is Sheridan, and Sheridan is 0 for 1. And pretty much everybody that's left on the bench is nobody, so this is really their main players here. So Sheridan will bat against Righetti. Infield is a double play depth. Bergman on it first. Strategy rolls are off. Fans here at Tiger Stadium hoping for some magic. Righetti. 4-4, range play, Sheridan, 4-6, it's a fly ball to right field, and it's hit to Clark. Clark's not that good out there. His range is a 2. That is a 6. And that's going to be a double for Pat Sheridan. It'll be a double to right. Bergman, base runner 2, double to right, -1. Bergman only scores on a 1. It is a 6. Uh-oh, Bergman coming around third. Sheridan at second. The throw coming from Clark. His arm rating is a 0. A 1 to 3. There could be an out. It is a 2. Bergman coming. Here comes the throw. A 2 to 5. He is out at the plate. It is a 1. The throw is cut off. Bergman will score. The throw goes to third, and they get Sheridan trying to tag up, and it's 3 to 1. But there are 2 outs. So Bergman comes in to score. That is a double by Sheridan. But Sheridan is cut down going to third. Lead runner advances. Ball caught off, and the trailing runner is thrown out. It's 3 to 1, but there are now 2 outs. What a throw by Clark as he guns it to Santana, and Santana throws to third for the cutoff, and there are now 2 away. But the run does score. It's 3 to 1. That does go as a double. And now the batter is Freddie Lynn. Lynn is 1 for 1. He hit a double his first time up, but now there are 2 outs. So Dave Righetti will now pitch to Lynn. It's now a 3 to 1 ball game with 2 away. Righetti will go ahead and set up. The Yankees are 1 out away from another playoff appearance. 7th straight. They'll be the only team that has done it. Righetti will go ahead and pitch. Righetti, 3-2. Against the lefty, it's a base hit past the pitcher. This game's not over. Lynn hits it right past Righetti, and Lynn is now 2 for 2. And now a chance for Matt Noakes. So Righetti makes a pitch right at Lynn, and Lynn slaps it past the mound and into the outfield. And now Noakes has a chance here to do it. Noakes is 0 for 1. 2 men down. And Righetti is not tired yet, but he's trying to close this game. The Tigers are saying not so quick. Righetti will pitch to Noakes. Noakes does have home run power. Fans here at Tiger Stadium hoping the Tigers can maybe get some magic. It's now 3 to 1 with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th. Fans are loud. Strategy rolls are still off. It's still pitcher versus batter. Righetti looking up, and now he will pitch. 6-1, strikeout 20. No. Noakes will swing. 1-6, and it is a fly ball to right field. Getting over there is going to be Clark. Clark ranges over a little bit, puts out his glove. Block. And the ball falls into it. That's your game. The Yankees will beat the Tigers 3-1. The New York Yankees are in the postseason again. Stadium groans. 1 run on 3 hits for the Tigers. But the New York Yankees will win a 3-1 ball game tonight. And they are going to the playoffs for the 7th straight replay. The only team that has done that. As I said, I have a lot of statistics I'm going to try to work on in the offseason. The amount of 9th inning magic, total wins and losses for teams on the board, that kind of thing. I'm going to try to get some stats for you if possible. As Dwayne Mart says, Yankees win! Yankees win! Duh! Yankees win! And they are going back to the postseason. They will clinch the number 3 seed. They will play the Oakland Athletics in the American League Division Series. The Yankees will play the A's. That is for sure. Final line score coming up. For the Yankees, 3 runs on 9 hits and 1 error. For the Tigers, 1 run on 8 hits and no errors. The winning pitcher, of course, is Tommy John. Will get the win. Doyle Alexander takes a tough loss, and Dave Righetti will pick up the save. So the New York Yankees are in the postseason once again. They go to 90-70, and they cannot do any worse than 90-71. Everyone else behind them can do no better than 90-72. The Yankees are definitely in the postseason. Don't go away. A gigantic 10-minute ticker coming right up. You mean the Hurricanes are about to knock out Houston? How about the Miami Hurricanes men and ladies team? And how about Florida Atlantic? How about my boys from Boca? How about that? The Lady Canes knocked up Villanova. The Lady Canes knocked up Villanova, and they said, "Hey, men's team, we won up to you. You gotta join us." What a tournament this has been so far. Nothing is set in stone in this NCAA tournament. That is for sure. Gonna go set up the reveal show. You got it there, Baseball Demos. It is now time for the 10-minute ticker, brought to you by FastScore Baseball of Replay Sports. The Yankees go ahead and win 3-1. The Yankees have clinched second place in the American League East and the number 3 seed. They will face the Oakland Athletics in the best of 5 division series. Let's go ahead and see how the rest of the majors go. Let's start with the American League East. The Boston Red Sox against the Indians. That game is meaningless. Boston has already clinched home field. Boston has already clinched home field throughout the American League. They're the number 1 seed. They could still clinch home field throughout, though. They haven't done that yet. Well, actually, they have, because the Pirates only played 160 games. Never mind. The Boston Red Sox did clinch home field throughout. The World Series goes through Fenway Park. Red Sox 16-52, and it doesn't matter. They're still hot as hell. That's a 6. Indians 12-24, and that is 3. And another win for the Boston Red Sox. Unbelievable. What a push. I'll have to see how good they did. White Sox at Kansas City. This is a big game. Kansas City only has a half-game lead on Minnesota. A White Sox win and a Minnesota loss. The Royals will clinch the 5 seed. White Sox won 33, and that is 2. Royals 15-65, that is 9. And the Royals are now a full game on the Twins. Now California and Minnesota. If Minnesota loses this game, Kansas City is the 5 seed. If they win, there'll be one more game of ticker tomorrow to decide who will host game 1 of the AL Wildcard Series. California 16-21, and that is 3. Twins 14-42, and that is 5. The Twins hold off. There will be one more game for them to play to decide will game 1 of the ALWS be played at Royal Stadium or the Metrodome. Not done yet out there. Milwaukee at Oakland. This game is meaningless for Oakland, but Milwaukee has got to win here. With a Tiger loss, Milwaukee has a chance to tie the Tigers at 89-72. A loss here by Milwaukee. They I think they're out, are they? Because then the best they could do is 88 and 73. It's 89 and 73. And if the Tigers lose, the Tigers have a 2-4 board, or now a 2-5 board record, and Milwaukee's a 1-5 ball record. So the Tigers have the tiebreaker. So Milwaukee has got to win this game. A loss by Milwaukee, they are out. Milwaukee 6-46, and that is 4. Oakland 4-22, and that is 1. And the Brewers are still alive. They are now tied with the Tigers at 89 and 72. There will be one more big game of 10-minute ticker tomorrow there. Texas at Seattle, meaningless. Texas 16-34, and that is 5. Mariners 9-21, and that is 2. And the Rangers will get the win. Baltimore at Toronto. The Blue Jays now have to win a ball game. If the Blue Jays tie, it's a 3-way tie at 89 and 72. If the Blue Jays lose, they go to 88 and 73. And Toronto has a 2-4 record. Toronto actually has the tiebreaker on the Tigers because the Tigers have one more loss. Toronto wins here. We have a 3-way tie for that last spot. Baltimore 7-63, and that is 7. Blue Jays 20-51, and that is 7. They tie it. We'll have extra innings. Can the Blue Jays stay alive? Baltimore rolls a 4 plus 0. Toronto rolls a 6. Minus 2 is 4. It's a tie. The Blue Jays win it by virtue of home field. We've got 3 teams in the American League East that are still alive. It will come down to the final day out there on October 2nd. Pittsburgh at the White Sox. The Pirates have already clinched home field throughout the National League. The game is meaningless. Pittsburgh 23-41, and that's 6. Cubs 15-65, and that is 9. That's going to be a win for the Cubs. But Pittsburgh doesn't matter. It is pretty much done there. Atlanta at Cincinnati. Unfortunately for Brian B., this game is meaningless. Atlanta 6-32, and that is 3. Reds 18-44, and that is 6. This one belongs to the Reds, but too little, too late. Too little, too late, as the Reds have 81 losses, and they are out. Philadelphia at Montreal. We'll do that one next. Philadelphia, the game is meaningless. Philadelphia 2-23, and that is 1. Expos 16-25, and that is 4. That's a win for the Expos. The Expos are the 4 seed. That will not change. Mets and the Cardinals. This game is meaningless. The Mets are the 3 seed. They will play the NL West winner in the division series. Cardinals 3-46, and that is 4. Mets 11-21, and that is 2. The Cardinals will beat the Mets, but that game is meaningless. Now, to the 2 big games in the National League West. San Diego at Houston, San Francisco, and the Dodgers. The Padres are playing the Astros. The Astros are 1 game back of the Giants. An Astro loss and a San Francisco win. The Giants win the division, and the Astros are the 5 seed. If both teams win, if the Astros and San Francisco win, it's 1 more game tomorrow. The Dodgers, however, they cannot lose. And if the Dodgers beat the Giants in this 10-minute ticker, that will be tomorrow night's game, San Francisco and the Dodgers. We'll do San Diego and the Astros first. San Diego and Houston. It's Greg Booker against Bob Force. The Padres have the better score. Let's see. Do the Houston Astros get to within a half game? San Diego 18-63, and that is 9. Astros 7, 46, and that is 4. And the Astros will lose to the Padres, but they've not lost yet. That's a win for the Friars. Now the Giants and the Dodgers. The Dodgers have 80 losses. They only played 161 games that year. Dodgers must win. A Dodger win. We're playing San Francisco and the Dodgers tomorrow. A Giants win. Giants win the National League West. The Astros are the 5, and the Dodgers are out. Are you ready for this one? Fans are at Giants and the Dodgers, the 88 World Series champions. Do the Dodgers survive another day? Giants 5, 44, and that is 4. Dodgers 5, 24. That is 2. The Giants will beat the Dodgers. San Francisco clinches the National League West. The Los Angeles Dodgers, who won the 88 World Series, they are out. They go to 79 and 81. They are done. We will only have 5 teams from the National League. I'm not counting the Cardinals because they were in 4th in the National League East. There will only be 1 wild card game in the National League, and it will be the Houston Astros going to play the Montreal Expos. The Dodgers are out. That is your 10-minute ticker. Now we got to choose a game for closing day. Let's see. Well, Detroit, Toronto, and Milwaukee. The Yankees have clinched the 3rd seed. Detroit, Toronto, and Milwaukee are the 3 teams that are left. Let's see. Yankees are at Detroit. Pat Clements against Tanana. Milwaukee's at Oakland. And Toronto hosts Baltimore. I'm not going to do the Baltimore-Toronto game. I'm not going to do that. I think we're going to stay here at Tiger Stadium and do another game between the Yankees and the Tigers. I know you want to do Milwaukee at Oakland. Don August against Bob Welch, but Milwaukee. The thing about Milwaukee, if Milwaukee wins, they go to 2 and 4. I don't think Milwaukee can get in even if they win, because if Detroit wins, Detroit now has a 2 and 5 record on the board. Toronto is 2 and 4, and the Brewers are 1 and 4. No, I'm not doing doubleheaders, guys. It's between Milwaukee and Oakland. I'm not going to do Toronto at Baltimore because the Orioles are not in it. So it'll be between the Yankees and Detroit or Milwaukee at Oakland. Maybe no, I'm not going to do Toronto because the Orioles. I'm not playing spoiler teams. I want teams that are fighting for it. Baltimore has nothing to play for. Plus, if you look at this, 2 versus 27, it's going to be very difficult for the Orioles to win this here. Dice decide. Dice decide, I guess. Pat Clements versus Frank Tanana or Don August versus Bob Welch. The better pitching matchup is Don August versus Bob Welch. Dice decide. All right, let's dice decide it. We'll do a dice decide here. I'll roll the red and the white. The red dice is New York at Detroit. The white dice is Milwaukee at Oakland. Whichever die is higher will be the game we'll play. If it's a tie, I re-roll. Yankees at Detroit or Milwaukee at Oakland. Yankees, Detroit is a 6. Milwaukee and Oakland is a 5. We're staying at Tiger Stadium for one more game. Closing day tomorrow night will be the New York Yankees taking on the Detroit Tigers. Detroit's got to win, pretty much win. If they win, they're in. Yes, if they win and they're in, because the Tigers would get a third win. Toronto only has 2 wins, and Milwaukee only has 1 win. For the Tigers, win and they're in. If not, it comes down to ticker. Yankees and the Tigers will be tomorrow night for closing day. Holy cow! We're about to end the 88 season. Be there or be square. Big clue, Texag 75, Brian B, Baseball with the Demos, John Haverly, Frank Rosenk, Dwayne Martz, Clee Baseball fan, Steve Tower, JT Dutch, Chuck Rawlings. And let's see here. Everybody else in here I could see. Great chat, guys. Had a lot of views for tonight's game. Mike Eisenberg, Doug Hunt, and Steeler fan, of course. Joe Turney, Jeremy Brooks, and everybody else. I hope I got you. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Please leave a like on your way out to the turnstiles. Subscribe if you're not done so, and make sure you hit the bell. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong, and we'll see you guys tomorrow night for closing day. The New York Yankees beat the Tigers 3-1. They are in the postseason. The Los Angeles Dodgers get knocked out. There will be a new champion for the 1988 World Series. 1 playoff spot is left. Who will get it? You'll have to find out in 24 hours.